Hello. In this set of brief tutorial videos, we will be introducing you to the Phi user interface step by step. As you see, we have hidden most of the functionalities available to you so as to only focus on some key elements in the beginning. Specifically, some of the most common interactions you can have with your models and some viewing options. As you can see here, in the middle of the screen there is one cube, a simple rectilinear object that we can experiment with a little bit. Common interactions with the model include simply clicking and dragging a vertex, or deforming an edge. And you can also rotate the viewpoint from where you're looking at the model by right-clicking and moving your mouse on the screen. Now, the model consists of three elements: faces, edges, and vertices. At the bottom of the screen, you have an option to hide or show the vertices. Then you have an option to rotate between viewing only the current visible edges, or, if you click on the icon, viewing all of the edges while also being able to interact with the ones that are hidden. Or, if you click again on the icon, hiding all the edges. And clicking once again will bring them back. And similarly, for the faces, you click on this icon and the faces are hidden. You click on it again and they come back. Note here that if you select some faces and then click on this icon, the selected ones will not disappear. They will remain visible. So this gives you the ability to take a closer look at your model from other angles. Now, you select elements by clicking on them, and you deselect them by clicking again. Alternatively, you have a box select functionality where you left-click and move your mouse, and anything in the box is selected. Also, the A key will select everything. A stands for all. And you deselect by hitting Escape or clicking anywhere on the screen outside the object. Also, if you have a model that contains various chains or loops of edges, like here, if you shift-click on one, it will select the entire chain or entire loop that goes around. Also, if you shift-click on a face, this will select all of the faces in your model. We will later see how this works with multiple bodies, but for now we don't need to worry about that. As I mentioned, you can deform edges, move vertices, and rotate your viewpoint. Then we'll gradually introduce many more different interactions. One thing to mention is that if you click and drag a vertex with the Shift key pressed, the movement will be perpendicular to the faces of the model at the location of the vertex. And the same goes for the edges. So this movement here is indicated by this green and red line, and it is perpendicular to the faces. Up on the left side of the screen, you have an Undo button and a Redo. And if you decide that you want to start over, you can hit the Refresh or Start New model button. In this tutorial, we will only be bringing up a cube view. Later you'll see how you can select different models to start with. You can pan the camera with the middle mouse button pressed or with the D keyboard key pressed. You zoom in and out with the mouse roller or any other mouse gesture that you typically use. There are three buttons at the bottom of the screen for viewing down the X, Y, or Z direction, so front, side and top. One additional button is also there for zooming into view the entire model, and if you click this button with the Shift key pressed, it will also rotate to give you a 45-degree oblique view of your model. We would also like to remind you that if you hover your mouse over any of these functionality buttons, you will get a brief description of what they do. You can now experiment a little bit with this and then proceed to the next tutorial video for more information.